Is there anyone else on the show but me?
Oh, sorry, I had my microphone muted. Oh, my Lord. After 3 years of telling Aaron to mute his mic, I had mine muted. I'm going to draw it to a close. I have to say thank you very much indeed to Potholer for allowing us to overrun by 45 minutes, and please reflect our gratitude to him by giving a thumbs up in the chat. It's been a very interesting show. We have heard a lot about, in fact, I'll tell you what I'll do, seeing as we're bringing it to close, I'll even turn my camera back on.
Yeah, I want to throw out something.
We've heard about Potholer. We've heard about him smoking pot, creating bombs and blowing up his school, him being bottom of the class, and going to school with pink trousers on. It's been a revelation, and it's been a great pleasure to have him on the show. Potholer, thank you very much indeed. Before
thank you.
Disappear,
I just say, sorry, I just want to say thank you very much for allowing me this time slot, because I have to say everybody compromised so that I could do this in the morning in Australian time. And I really want to thank you all for staying up late or for getting up early or whatever it is you did outside of your normal biological rhythms.
Well, I think most thanks must go to Thunderfoot, who almost managed to stay awake for the entirety of the show. So, last words, we'll take Aaron, Thunder, then Pot. Aaron.
Okay, once again, I'm just happy to have Potholer on because you were, in some degree, inspirational to both Thunderfoot and myself in the series that we did based on your Made Easy series, and I'm glad to see that your Made Easy series was turned into something appropriate for educational services. I wish that we could all get together and do something along those lines, do a video series for educational purposes on how the philosophy of science works, much less, you know, various aspects of science. It was a very good precedent that you set there, and I'm glad to be involved. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Thunder.
I go to bed now, Mommy.
Can I thank Tony, who, again, works away behind the scenes, never see him, but thank you once again, Tony, for bringing this show to us in all its glory, all its high definition. And, oh, that was actually one last point I was going to make. I suspect, certainly the way I was hearing it, the audio quality probably wasn't as good as it was in previous shows. Think about it for a moment. When I was growing up, somebody suggested that one day you might have a telephone where you can actually see the other person that you're talking to. I thought that was a pipe dream. I never thought it would happen. And yet, here we are, Potholer in Australia, me in the United Kingdom, Thunderfoot in Tripoli in his drain pipe, Aaron Ra in Texas. It's amazing. So, you know, if the quality isn't perfect, I apologize, but it's still, it's a good indictment of science and technology, is it not? On that note, Potholer, back to you.
Thank you very much. It reminds me of the time when I first tried out the internet at very, very slow speeds in the early 90s, and I said, this is never going to work. So much for my prediction. I think I said the same thing about video phones. I went to an exhibition in Tokyo, and they had the very first video phones there, and I said, what's the point of having a video? Why do you want to look at the person you're talking to? Anyway, it shows what I know about technology. Listen, thank you very much for inviting me on, and it has been great fun. I also appreciate you guys there and flattering words. Thank you very much for that. As I think it was Newton who said he walked on the shoulders of giants, something along those lines. That's kind of how I feel. I didn't do this in isolation. So thank you very much, both of you, and you, DPR, as well, for setting this whole thing up. So yeah, I'll stay on the line. We'll have a chat, and thanks to everyone who called in. This technology is so new to me. I'm not used to this. I gather it's the thing you young people like to do, so I'm glad that so many people are switching on to it. I have
not been called young for at least 20 years, so I appreciate that. On that bombshell,
well, at least the callers
on
were.
That bombshell that I am still young. Tony, could I invite you to draw the show to a close? And thank you again, Tony, for your work.